happening, people? And once again, welcome back to CubCamTV for this, another edition of The Ranking. And I'm joined straight from the jump by my very enjoyable co-host. It's great to be back inside the building. We've just recorded a video for her channel. Make sure you go and check that out. If this is out by the time that one is out, I'll leave it in the description. If not, I'll put it in the description when it comes out. We'll eventually get there. But Just Vibes joins us right about now. How you doing?
Hi, Cobb. I'm good. I'm happy to be here again, man.
It's great.
I always love collabing with you. You already know the vibes.
Yeah, man. It's always good to get you on. We always end up having really cool discussions, obviously, about, literally about Afrobeats music and about the artists involved. Today, we are back with another edition of the Ranking tier list. We did this for Adekunle Gold's album, which was really enjoyable to do. Interesting, a lot of the kind of results we ended up getting, but we are back with another one. Obviously, REMA has just dropped a phenomenal project, in my honest opinion. It's getting kind of mixed reviews, though, so we're here to kind of break it down and kind of give our ratings on the tracks individually. I'm really excited for this. And yeah, we're going to put them into the 5 ranks, as you can see on screen. We've got banger, strong, solid, filler, or not needed. I've got a funny feeling there might be one in not needed. There's definitely going to be a couple in banger. How do you think this is going to go, Viv?
I think there's really, really strong songs throughout the album. There's a few where I'm like, okay, cool. It could probably be a filler or not needed. So we'll see. We'll see if we feel the same way. It'll be quite interesting.
Yeah, it will. It will be. I've recently put together a full review for the album as well, so I've got kind of like a rough opinion on each one. But yeah, should be interesting to do. So we'll start off with one of the more, I want to say controversial, but it's not controversial at all, because it's literally an artist trying something a little bit different, and that is Addicted. That is the first tune of the day we are going to be talking about. Now, a lot of people were very surprised.
I love how you already went straight up there.
Yeah, it's in this kind of realm for me, but we'll see as we go. What are your thoughts on Addicted?
Addicted, it was a very different tune. I was not expecting that from REMA at all. However, I'm really happy that he tried something different. And I mean, look, it's going to be one of them ones where you're already a REMA fan. You want what you want from REMA. If you don't want, if your ears aren't open to different sounds, you might not like it that much, you know. But I appreciated what he did. For me, I would probably say it's a strong.
Strong. I would have also gone in the strong sort of category. Again, the sort of sound he's doing here, I said it in the review and I said it in my reaction of the tune. For me, he sounds like the modern Weeknd. He sounds like the Weeknd on the most recent projects. He's taken those kind of disco elements. The weirdest thing was, the day before I reacted to this, I did a requested live show, and I heard the Fireboy tune, which does the same thing on that requested live.
Right.
There's a Fireboy tune on Apollo, which is really sort of 80s influenced, with all those sort of electronic sounds. So I was going, is this just a trend that I've completely missed that is going on? But yeah, I really liked it. I appreciated what you did. I would have gone strong or banger, so I'm happy to stick it in strong right from the jump. If you are as well.
Yeah. I mean, it might move up, but we'll see. Let's see
that's
about the others.
Things can move around. Things can always change. Like, that's the exciting part about this show. So yeah, we'll drop it in strong to begin with. There we go. Right, coming up next then, we have Are You There? Now, I'm kind of in the middle about this one. It's a solid tune. It's fine for me. It was part of this little period on the album where we were just kind of hearing REMA being REMA, I feel, at this point. This was kind of like a kind of middle section. What are your thoughts on this one?
Ooh, Cobb, I love this tune. I can't lie.
Okay.
I think it's one of my tops, if I'm honest with you. Are You There? Like what he did, his flow, oh man, I really loved it. And like you said, it was kind of a bit more traditional REMA, I guess. But then again, it wasn't. I don't know. Different. It was different still. But
it's a lot more electronic. It's a lot more electronic maybe than we would normally hear from REMA in regards to like instrumentation and stuff like that. It's not as kind of natural sounding with the kind of drums and the percussion and things like that. But it still has a typical sounding REMA vocal. Like that's the REMA vocal that we're always looking for, I feel.
Right. I mean, for me, it's dancing around.
I feel you feel the same about this as I feel about Addicted, so we're going to be in the same position.
Okay, yeah. Basically, yeah, I'm dancing around banger and strong, but because you feel like it's solid, let's go for strong. Okay,
let's go strong. Let's go strong to start things off. Now, I have a slightly controversial opinion about this next tune, and the next tune we're going to get into is Carrie. Now, a lot of people absolutely adore this tune. A lot of people are huge fans of how it sounds. I also think it's an absolute banger. However, I don't think it's needed on the album because of where it sits on the album. It's like, I think the third to last tune. By the time this tune comes around, if you listen to it on long play, everything that happens on this tune has already happened. Even though it's like a classic sounding sort of REMA tune, it just sounds like it's not needed. This sounds like it could have been the single to start the next project with, if I'm being entirely honest. It just feels like it's almost packing too much in. And I don't know if that makes sense as an opinion, but that when I was listening through, I was like, I'm almost drained of this sort of sound of REMA by this point. What are your thoughts on it?
Right. It's really, really funny you said that, because I feel a similar way. I think with Carrie, right now, I'm going to be completely honest. I've listened to the album a good amount of times, right? I can't remember Carrie.
Okay.
And that's very unlike me, because once a song sticks in my head, it sticks in my head.
Yeah, fully.
There's a few, I think there's 1 or 2, maybe even 3 songs on this album that just did not really gel with me. Like, Carrie was just one of them, man. I don't know. It's not even that the tune was bad. Like you said, the tune was actually good, but it's not, I don't know, something just didn't click with me with that song.
Do you know what it is?
For me, yeah, go on.
I was going to say, I feel if this had been used as one of the singles leading into the project, I would have liked it more. Because if you play it on its own, it bangs. And it has everything you want a REMA tune to have. But in the context of the album, it just feels like throwing a Michelin dish at an already finished menu. Like, you don't need the extra thing on there. Like, it's great, but there's no room for it. Like, save it, use it on the next project, or use it somewhere either side. That's how I kind of feel about it. So, where should we kind of go rating wise? Then are we going to go filler? Because it's not a bad tune.
Man, I don't really know. Let's go for filler for now, man. I mean, I don't want to be harsh and say it's not needed, because it's not like it's a trash song. We're not trashing the song, right?
No, not at all. Not at all.
It's just, let's go for filler for now. Let's go for filler.
Filler.
Yeah.
Again, it's just almost like a product of circumstance more than anything else, because it slaps, but it's not needed. Like, it's bizarre.
Yeah.
It's a bizarre scenario to find ourselves in. Okay, next on the listing, we have a track called Dirty. Now, how are you feeling about this one?
Oh my god, I literally love this tune. Oh my gosh. No, Cub, I already can see from your face you don't feel the same way.
No, I'm going through my notes because I've written everything down just to make sure I don't forget anything. I'm pretty sure this one, this is in the sort of first middle patch of tunes where we kind of get like a 3 run of like sort of just typical REMA. I feel this is like that sort of classic REMA sound. I think it's just before Are You There on the album. It's in a similar kind of realm, I think. If off the top of my head, but the sort of approach to it sounds great. Solid tune, solid tune. Personally, I'd have this one in solid because it's like what I would expect to hear on a REMA album. I get the impression you want it higher up.
Really? Yeah. Cub, I don't think it was like REMA. I think it was. Not? If you think about the beat on it, what I mean, I don't feel like it was like.
Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Like it's more like what I would expect to hear on a REMA album. Like it's something that's in his zone to do on an album project. If we're exploring what REMA is, rather than say Addicted, which I didn't expect to hear.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. I get what you mean. Oh my god, but Dirty is such a tune, man. Okay, Dirty, okay, for everyone watching this, I want you all to know that Dirty is like one of my top, right? But we have to compromise in this situation.
I'm happy to go strong. Let's go strong.
Let's go strong. All right,
happy to go strong. Next then, we have a track called Divine. Now, I only recently found out, apparently Divine is Rema's first name. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, I only found out through his lyrics. I was like, oh. Okay. Didn't know.
Now again, I like this tune. I actually really like the hook on it. It has there's something about the dip on the hook. It almost reminds me of like I don't know, like a Teo Cruz song or something like that. There's this kind of way you have that divine, and it just kind of drops and rolls in. It has that kind of really cool one drop sort of sound. I can imagine hearing that out. I can imagine hearing that in a club and like dance circles forming and stuff like that. That's a tune that I can imagine people just having a good time to. It's quite euphoric in the way it lands. I'd go solid though. I'd go solid on this one. What do you think?
Yeah. Solid. I feel like it was the first tune, right?
I think it's the opening tune. Yeah, I think it's the intro tune.
Yeah. It was a good first tune. I feel like with Divine it's more about the lyrics. So it was a good first one. It was kind of, talking about certain things I didn't really expect him to talk about, to be fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, Divine was a good opening tune. Yeah, that's it. Solid. Yeah.
Out of all of them, I'm happy he opened with this one because of that sort of euphoric feel. It feels like we're starting something, doesn't it? When you listen.
Yeah.
Right, next one. One of my favourite tunes on the album, easily. Potentially my favourite tune on the album, and that is FYN featuring AJ Tracey. For me, this jumps straight into the banger category. How are you feeling about it?
Banger.
Was that pause on purpose? I was really confused.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Right?
Yeah.
I have problems because this keeps happening where artists release songs before the album.
Yeah.
And I disassociate those songs to the album for some reason. Like in my head, emotionally, everything, I just detach it. So then when we're talking about the album, I'm like, I don't really know where it places because I'm not even thinking of it on the album, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's why I paused. But fine, just alone is a banger, definitely. Yeah, I agree.
That I love the kind of almost Miami sort of panpipes that you hear in it. That sort of that little, I don't know what it is. It just sounds really, really cool. I love the sort of vibe you get off it. And again, AJ comes on, absolutely kills it. Like that's one of my favourite AJ verses I've heard in ages. And again, it's a really cool UK link up, which I always love to see. Yeah, that one for me jumped straight into the banger category prior to it landing. Right, next up, we have Hold Me featuring Six Lack. How are we feeling about this one?
Straight to the banger. Okay.
I'm not mad at it.
Hold me. Oh my god, can we just talk about the intro, right? Yeah. The beat. How did London do that? Why did London do that?
London excelled on this project as well. We've got to say, because I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere that he was involved in 15 out of 16 of the tracks in some way, shape, or form. So he's been execing the whole thing. He slapped it out the park. Like realistically, the actual range of sonics you hear across the full project, like hats. I would take my hat off if I didn't have my headphones on my head. But hats off to London. Yeah. He's done a fantastic job, like on the actual building of the album more than anything else.
Yeah, I don't know how they did that song. And yeah, just the beat. I remember, because obviously the transition from Divine into Hold Me, I still get blown away by that. I've listened to that so many times, and every single time I'm like, wow. And when you listen to it like full volume, blasting, or in your headphones, you're just like, you can really appreciate what London did, and just how I feel like REMA wanted us to kind of go on a journey from Divine into Hold Me. And then it was just, I felt like I was underwater or like in another universe when I listened to that song. Very strange sounds, very bizarre way of putting together a song. I loved it. I really, I can't guess that song enough. I'm not
mad at putting it into banger, to be honest with you. I've tended to find this on recent projects. Collaborations tend to fit into the banger category unless they don't make sense. I feel this is one that really made sense. I think the actual collaborations across the project all make a lot of sense, to be honest with you. But there we go. Right, moving forward then, Joe is the next track on here. Now, I am very much putting this into solid. That's the immediate place I would put it. I feel, again, this is one of the tunes. There's sort of two patches on this album where you get sort of 2 or 3 tracks in a row that are like, I can tell these have been made for the album, but they're better than filler tracks, if that makes sense. I like it, it's solid. I like it, it's solid, but it doesn't blow me away. You know, it's not one of the things that I go, that's the tune I'm going to listen to every single time. How are you feeling?
I don't feel like that.
How do you feel?
It's very interesting because this time round, in our last episode, we agreed on most of them. But this one, Jar for me was a strong contender. I feel like it was a good song, and I keep replaying it. I feel like I really like the song. It's not like completely blown me away, if I'm 100% honest. It's not like one where I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy. What did he do? Like, how did he do that? It's not like that. But yeah, it's a good one for me. I mean, can I settle for solid?
So I don't think it's better than Divine. Personally, I would struggle to put it above Divine on the rankings, just for how good Divine fits where it is on the album. Like as a puzzle, if you imagine it in regards to like a puzzle piece, Divine is the best way you could start this album off out of everything on there. I don't think it's filler. I think it's better than filler, but it feels like an album track. You know, it feels like a track that wouldn't be released as a single.
See, I think if he had released this as a single, it would have done way better.
Interesting. That is interesting.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Because if you actually listen to the song, I mean, this is my opinion. When you listen to the song, it just feels very Afrobeaty. I don't know how to explain it.
No, I know what you mean. Also, shouts out to Joe, who I play back to back with DJ Wise. Her name is Just Joe, so she saw this and went, "You've got to put it high." But it's in solid. For me, it's in solid.
So, all right, let's do solid then. I'll settle for solid, man.
Solid.
But for me, I'm leaning more towards strong, but we will compromise.
We'll find a place in the middle. So again, all of these will move around at the end once we've got stuff in, because we'll go, that can't be above that, and we'll look around.
Yeah.
Right. Next up, we have Love. How are we feeling about Love on this one?
Oh, bit controversial for me, can't lie.
In what sense?
I know some people love the song and I want to love the song, but there's just something that I can't connect to the song.
I would have this in solid. Personally, this was another one that
really
solid. Yeah,
the same as Joe and Divine.
Yeah, I'd have it in that sort of realm.
Oh,
personally, I'd have Divine higher. I'd have had Divine in strong, but we're settling and moving stuff around. I don't think it. I mean, I'm happy to move it down to filler. I'm not mad at moving it down to filler. If you want to go to filler,
I need to quickly listen to a snippet of the song. Where's Love?
Because I don't know. It doesn't like leap out at me. You know, it doesn't leap out at me as one of the tunes that I'm going to sit back and go, that's, again, I feel the same way about this as I do about Joe. Like, I'll hear it and I'll enjoy it, but it's not one that, say, if I'm putting tunes on my memory stick to go and play a show, it's not one that I'm going to go, that has to be on there.
For me, Love is a filler.
Filler? I'm happy. I'll go filler. I'll go filler as well. I'm happy with filler.
Yeah? Alright.
We'll put it below Carrie as well, because Carrie is a good tune. Yeah, cool. Right. My phone keeps locking, so I need to make sure that's there so I can see my notes.
Okay.
But we will look forward next, and the next one on the listing is Mara. How are we feeling about this one?
For me, solid or filler?
I was going to go solid. I'd happily put it at the bottom of solid in regards to... Again, there are tunes on albums that will always jump out at you. Collabs and lead singles will always jump out of albums as tunes that you're supposed to like because they've had the extra effort put in. Again, for me, in regards to the actual singles on the tune, there are a lot of these kind of tunes that are solid. Maybe if they were released as singles, I would like them more because they've had the central attention. But again, I feel there are a few tracks. Again, not slating the album at all because we're doing this almost in comparison to each other. You know, we're not doing like this in comparison to other things. These are tracks in comparison to other ones on the album.
Yeah.
I would put it around there. Like, I'd probably put it below Joe, to be honest.
Yeah. All right then. Yeah, we can do that.
I'm not mad at that. That's kind of where I would go. Right. Next up, Aroma Baby is the next tune on here. Now, I love this tune. I love this tune.
Do you?
Yeah. How are you feeling about it?
So where are you putting it then?
I would put this top of solid.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, the disrespect to Joe, bro. I can't deal with this.
Everything's good. Like, you have to compare it to each other. Like, there's not like a terrible tune on there.
Okay, I would put this around the same as Mara for me.
Interesting.
Personally.
Okay.
Like I think with this song I didn't actually this wasn't the one that I saved to my personal playlist.
Okay, that's interesting. Which ones have you reacted to? Because I think that might play a part in this. Because Aroma was one of the ones I reacted to.
Oh really?
Yeah. So the ones
I reacted to Fine, Addicted, Joe, and Calm Down and Time and Affection.
Okay. So I think
and Sarcasm.
I think when we're looking through these, I think because I've done Aroma Baby and you've done Joe, that's probably why. That's probably why we hold them in like if I could, I would have Aroma in strong, and I'm sure you would have Joe in strong as well. So, I'll settle for it.
Maybe we should both compromise and put them both up then.
No, because then I can't have them both up there. I can't have them both. Divine can't be in strong and nothing else in strong. I'm not having that.
I feel like the album is really good, bro. I feel like most of them need to be in strong. Yeah, it's true, man.
But you have to put them in comparison to each other. Otherwise, everything is just everything's great, and then we lose the discussion. But we'll leave those two there for now, and we'll come back and see once we've got the final selections in. Because there's some of the biggest tunes are still to come on this selection. So, one of the final solo tracks, Runaway. How are we feeling about this one? Solid. I'm also in solid. I'd have put it straight into the solid bracket.
Yeah, nice song, good tune.
Are we going above? Are we going above Mara or below Mara?
For me, it's above.
Above. I'm happy to slot it in there behind those two.
Okay,
that works for me.
Yeah.
Again,
sure.
Not much. I don't think there's much discussion needed. It's solid. It does the job. It's a good album track.
Yeah.
And again, there is no hate here whatsoever. The album is very, very good. I need to stress that this is a list of us comparing the tunes in comparison to each other. We're not saying that these tunes are, the ones in filler, for instance, are terrible. We're literally saying that in comparison to the other ones on the album, that's the level they're at. So, I have a sneaky feeling we're going to agree on the next one. Because Soundgasm is next. And I would put this probably top of bangers, because this is one of my favourite tunes of last year.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think there's much kind of discussion to be had on this. I think the melody is unrivaled. I think when I first heard this, I was in shock at how good it was. The overall approach. This is where I think this for me is prime REMA. This is him at his absolute best, delivering his absolute best that he can do. What are your thoughts on it?
Soundgasm is one of my fave songs, man. I feel like no matter when you listen to that song, it's just a tune.
Like it sounds like birds singing, but not birds singing.
It's crazy. It's crazy. The things that REMA could do with his voice and the potential he has and what he's showing us is actually a bit scary. We should all be scared.
It's terrifying. I am terrified. I don't make music, and I'm terrified. Of how good he's going to be. But I think that's a pretty kind of open and shut case, to be honest. I don't think there's much discussion to be had. I think it's still the best track on the album. There's a reason it's still on the album over a year later for the album coming out. But I don't think there's much discussion. I'll be surprised if other people have tunes above Soundgasm on their sort of rating.
Bro, Soundgasm is my most viewed reaction.
Is it? That's really cool.
And imagine how many reactions I've done and the amount of artists and projects I've checked. Yeah, Soundgasm is my most viewed. I think I've got like 90k views on that.
Mad. That's mad. You've got to let people know when you get to the 100k on that, because you will hit the 100k. You're on 90k now, you will hit the 100k. But that's so good. Especially now the album's out there as well. I feel a few people more might get involved in it. Right. Another big collaboration next. I've put this down as one of the biggest collaborations of the year. I know where I want this to go on this list. I'm hoping we're in agreement, because I don't want to
go for it.
It goes into banger. It goes into banger.
100%.
I would put it just below Soundgasm in the listing. That's where I would put this.
Yeah.
I was so impressed with Chris Brown on this. Like, I was so surprised at how well he took to it. I mean, obviously he's one of the biggest artists in the world. Like, I was just surprised at how much he understood the assignment, you know? Like, he just knew exactly what to do. And it wasn't a hard. He didn't try to make it his song. No, he didn't. He was like, "You need me to do this? Cool, that's what I'll do." And it worked.
It
worked so well.
Yeah.
It was an actual collaboration as well. It wasn't just, "Oh, I'll do a verse." They do like 2 full minutes each, and then they combine over the final kind of section, like with harmonies and stuff. It's a proper collaboration. Like, we don't hear enough proper collaborations where people are intertwining the whole way through. And this for me is an example at the highest level of 1, international collaboration, 2, genre collaboration, and 3, actually finishing the collaboration, not just going, here's the verse, I'll send you the file, done. It's boring. Come on, make the most of the opportunity of doing it.
They really made an effort with this song. Like, it wasn't, like you said, it wasn't a quick job. I feel like they really took time and collabed properly, and you can just, even the transition of when it went into REMA into Chris Brown, I was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I didn't even catch that,
because you do the double take when you're reacting, going,
Yeah, bro, I had to pull up. I think, because I was just like, wait, hold on. Yeah, so and Chris Brown has a completely different voice to Rema. So how did I even feel that way? You know, crazy. They really did well. I love that song so much. I can't stop playing it.
Fully understanding the assignment, like fully. I could not. Yeah. There's not a better phrase to describe what happened with that one. I think. We've got 2 tunes left now. This final collaboration. I don't know whether it's because it happened late on in the album and my ears are kind of tired every time I get to it, but it doesn't leap out at me. It's solid. It does the job. I would probably put this top of filler, if I'm being entirely honest. What are your thoughts on this one? Yeah, I'd put it top of filler.
Oh, I really, really think this song is really nice. I think this song is really, really nice. It's a nice song, man. I don't know what else to say. Obviously, she speaks French on the song. It was something different. I was like, oh, okay. I wasn't actually familiar with the feature, by the way. I wasn't familiar with that.
First time for me.
So I didn't know what to expect, and then when I was like, wow, okay, I really like that he's done that. For me, oh yeah, I'll go for solid, man. Yeah. Let's go for solid.
I don't think it can be a top half tune just because of where it is on the album. I don't think your top halves can be in like the final 3.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at what songs we have for Strong, it's not actually probably in the same bracket.
No.
But saying that, I do really like this song. So personally, if it was just me doing this this video, I would probably put it at the top of solid. Okay. But should we
compromise and move it in front of Runaway?
Yes, let's do that.
I'm happy with that. Right, final track. The sort of first track that we knew he was launching an album with. Obviously, Soundgasm came out last year. We weren't aware of the album then. But then this was like the track to launch the album with it. In comparison to everything else we have now heard, might be controversial. I have this at the top of Strong.
Yeah, very controversial.
I have this at the top of Strong in comparison to everything else.
Ooh. Okay, hold on, Cobb. I want to ask you a question first.
Yes.
Do you think, the fact that... Okay, listen. Okay, hold on.
I'm here, I'm ready.
The fact that this was released before the album had a huge marketing push. Yeah, huge marketing push on TikTok and everything. Do you think that has swayed your opinion to think that it's better than what it actually is?
No, because I think after listening to the album, it holds up. It holds up where it is on the album. It's different. It's very... I feel the best way I've described it is wooden. Like, all the instrumentation sounds very wooden. It sounds very, like, natural. It doesn't sound very highly processed. Everything on the actual tune sounds like it's supposed to be there. But in comparison to the 4 tunes I would say are above it, I'd probably have it on par with Addicted, if I'm being entirely honest. I wouldn't be mad at having Addicted above it. But the whole approach of the tune... I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong. It does the job. It's not the best tune on the album by a long, long way. It's when you actually look at the tracks that are on there, it's an interesting choice of actual single to go with as the lead single, because it doesn't sound like anything else on the album. Normally with sort of album single, you try to pick something that kind of summarizes the album to entice people in. But I would have it either top of Strong or second in Strong, next to Addicted. I think Addicted is a much more interesting tune to listen to, but Calm Down, you can't disregard the popularity that tune now has.
Yeah. Calm Down is definitely a strong song. I wouldn't put it into banger just because, me personally, it's a personal preference. Not to take away from Calm Down. I know a lot of people love it. But yeah, I agree with Strong. But I'll be real with you. When I first reacted to the song, I was like pro song. I was like, yes, Calm Down is a banger. Listening to the other songs on the album, I feel like Calm Down has kind of...
It's calmed down.
I'm not... It definitely calmed down. But for me, I don't know. I just don't really have that... there's no repeat factor for me. I don't want to replay it, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't have like a typical REMA like hook either. It doesn't have like that catchy bit that you'd expect to hear. Like most of the hook is...
I mean, it's got the catchiness, I think. Because baby, calm down. Like, it's catchy, otherwise we wouldn't even know that. Do you know what I mean?
But every REMA tune has that. Every REMA tune has one of those. I feel this is actually one of the weaker catchiness. I actually think the instrumental is the thing that makes it catchy because it's got that ding 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 ding, and it's such a simple melody to recognize. I think that's the bit people remember rather than the actual vocal structure because it's got that look. It's a bit silly, to be honest with you. The actual way that
for me, I remember lyrics more than. I think I remember the lyrics more.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm alright with where it is. Yeah, just got up.
Yeah, cool. Well, do we have any big ones we want to move? I won't lie, to even things out, I wouldn't mind moving Mara down to filler, to kind of give it a much more even spread. Personally, I wouldn't mind doing that. I would be happy to move Joe to the top of solid if we move Divine into strong. I can't have Joe above Divine. Not the way it works, though.
Okay, Divine. Yeah. Oh no, I don't know. You're killing me, bro.
My preference.
What? How are you?
My preference.
Oh man. For me, okay. Hold on. I just need to say something though. Are You There and Dirty, for me, are above Addicted.
Okay.
That's just me.
You see, I'm there with. I wouldn't mind doing that with Are You There, but not Dirty.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't think we need to move it because, to be honest, I don't know if it surpasses Calm Down.
Interest. So would you have Calm Down above Addicted?
I feel like they're so different. I don't even know how to even
weird.
compare them.
Addicted is definitely the kind of the curveball on this project. Like it definitely is. Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Why don't we do this then? Why don't we go? I'm happy to kind of switch that to there and move Are You There up to the top of strong. If we then move Divine to there, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah. Do you know what? I really like Divine. I'm not even trying to say it's not strong. I'm happy for you to put it in strong. But my problem is I don't know how you're leaving Joe in solid then.
All right, okay, we'll do this. We'll do this. We'll finish
I've got personal attachment issues with Joe, okay?
I'll tell you what, why don't we move Joe to there and move Mara down to filler? Why don't we do that?
Yeah, all right, we can do that.
I think
that's fine.
I think that pretty much covers things the way they are. I don't really think I'd move any of the top stuff around. I think the top layer is the top layer. I think that pretty much covers all bases as well. Carrie's such a funny
I'm actually quite happy with that.
Carrie's such a funny tune because it's a good tune, but it's just not needed on the. It's almost. I'm trying to think of the best. You know what it is? It's like having 3 parking spaces and turning up with 4 Ferraris. That's what it's like.
Yeah, like it's nice to have a 4th one, but it's not actually needed.
Yeah, it's not there. Where are you going to park it? It's just a nuisance at this point. Like my ears are tired. I don't need this.
Oh my god. I don't know. So are we agreeing that there's no not needed, or are we putting any down?
The only one that by our own definition, or at least the definition I've put forward, would be Carrie. But I can't have it in there because it's not a bad tune.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Or saying something is not needed is almost saying like it's just a bad tune. But so
that's
agree.
why I don't say bad tune. I just put not needed because then it's like it's nice. It's not terrible. But yeah, I'm happy with that listing. If you are, I think we can settle on that.
Yes, I think we have done this very well, actually.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with it.
I mean, everyone's got different ears. We've all got different brains and different, so we're not completely gonna every single thing. But to the most part, I feel like we both had the same sort of review on the album. It's a very good album.
Yeah.
Debut album, bro. REMA knocked it out of the park, man. Like, this guy just did what we just did not even think he was gonna do. And for him to have Chris, I've said this so many times, for him to have Chris Brown on the album and not release it as a single, can you imagine?
Yeah, that's a power play as well, isn't it? That's kind of going like,
man,
we've got this collaboration, top 5 R&B artist in the world. We'll leave it.
Yeah.
Keep it quiet. We'll put it. Tell you what we'll do. We'll put it out as an audio slide on the day the album launches on YouTube. That will be the promo campaign for this tune. That's that.
Crazy.
And it's not even been wasted because everyone's heard it. Like, it's been such a clever marketing campaign.
Yeah.
But there we go, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link to this tier list in the description down below, so you can actually go and give it a go yourself. Please feel free to @ me and Viv on Twitter or Instagram or whatever with your versions of it. You can take a screenshot of it and send it through to us. I'm very keen to hear from all of you, or you can just leave your ranking in the comments down below. I've got both of our Twitters up on screen, so you can go and check them out there. But there we go, Viv. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I most certainly have.
Of course. It's always a pleasure.
It's always good fun. But there we go. Make sure you go and follow Viv's channel as well. It's in the description down below. And if you are new to this channel, make sure you are following CubCamTV as well. That's it from us. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a Brighton town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.